Hello and welcome back to the FS Football channel and today's match preview for the Istanbul Basakshir. I don't know how to say it. Basakshir. We'll go with one of them versus obviously Manchester United. Now I'm not going to pretend I know loads about this team. What I do know is though that they are currently sat 7th in the Turkish Super League and are currently bottom of the Champions League Group H. Obviously, that's our group, having lost to both RB Leipzig and PSG 2-0. Obviously, two teams we have beat. And when it comes to the RB Leipzig, we beat comfortably. Now, do I expect us to be able to beat Basakshir? Yes, I do. But I don't expect it to be as convincing as the RB Leipzig performance was. This year, Basakshir has played a 4-1-4-1 in the Champions League games with five midfielders, I should say, but a back four. Then you've got one player in a defensive midfield role, trying just covering that back line, and then another block of four, and then just a one central striker, which does make them quite hard to break through. But when you do, I feel like we have enough talent there to score goals. Obviously, Anthony Martial will be able to play and has finally finished his suspension. So we'll be back in the Premier League as well, which is great to see because we really have missed Anthony Martial's work rate and goals on the pitch. Obviously, former Manchester United right back Rafael signed for Basakshir this summer, meaning we will be playing against our former right back. And he was a great servant for the club. I think he was a very good right back. We have now got a better right back in Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who is tremendous, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back at see us playing against them. And obviously next week we play them again in the reverse fixtures. I'm looking forward to seeing him back at Old Trafford. Speaking of players who we're going to be playing against again, we'll go on to the key players, and the first one is former Liverpool centre-back Martin Skrtel. Now, what do we know about Martin Skrtel? He's obviously very good in the air, not afraid to put in a challenge, but isn't the quickest player in the world. Obviously, we saw in Anthony Martial's debut for Manchester United, him get absolutely spun by, like I said, the man himself, Anthony Martial, when he scored that incredible and infamous goal. And I feel like Martial has come on leaps and bounds, and Martin Skrtel has probably digressed from that position and that point in his career. Obviously, he's got older, and I feel like Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford have enough to beat that centre-back partnership, including Martin Skrtel. And probably the most known player from Basakshir, especially along with the FIFA in the FIFA community, it'll be Edin Viska from Bosnia. Bosnian is a star winger for them and is creative. He's pretty quick and he's by far and away their best player. Now, he can play on the right or the left, but he usually features on the right-hand side. So he will be up against Luke Shaw. And I think Luke Shaw has been very good recently. I thought he was probably our man of the match against Arsenal, which we were awful in. And I think a lot of blame has to go on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for that. I did a watch along. If you do want to watch that, the link is down below. And in that watch along, I couldn't contain my anger towards Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and some of the absurd things he was doing on the pitch. And some of the things he weren't doing on the pitch. The fact that Scott McTominay lasted the full 90 minutes was an absolute disgrace, in my opinion. I don't understand how that happened. And today, I don't see us playing that badly at all. Obviously, like I briefly skipped over, Luke Shaw will most likely start today, as Alex Telles is out due to a positive COVID test. Eric Bailly is injured, of course he is, so he's going to miss out. Jesse Lingard is not fit enough yet, but he has returned from injury, so we can maybe start to expect him in a few more games. Anyway, this is the starting lineup I expect to see from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's David De Gea in goal. There's rumours that we might start Dean Henderson. However, I would leave David De Gea in goal right now. I don't think you go around changing your first team goalkeeper when in games you need to win, and we do need to win this game. So for me, David De Gea would be in goal. Maybe next week you bring in Dean Henderson, but for this week I would start David De Gea, and I think Ollie will too. Back line is the normal back line we've seen for a year, for what we saw pretty much all of last year, and we've seen a lot this year, which is obviously Aaron Basakshir right back, two centre backs being Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, and left back is Luke Shaw. I think it's a solid back line. I don't think Basakshir will or should cause this back line many problems at all, and I imagine Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will see that and take that as a, oh, look how good the centre-back partnership is, when in fact it's just Basakshir aren't a team that should be causing Manchester United many problems and aren't a top quality side. Moving to the midfield, I do think we will keep this diamond formation. I think it worked so well against RB Leipzig. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got it completely wrong against Arsenal, changed players out of their position, and I think that's why we looked so dysfunctional and we looked so bad against Arsenal. And unfortunately, I do think he will stick with Scott McTominay. He didn't come off last game, which tells me Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thought he did a good job, and he simply did not. Scott McTominay was awful, and for whatever reason, he has an obsession with playing him, so I think he will play today. I've got Nemanja Matic in the team. I think Nemanja Matic is crucial to this team, and I think he has to play. And I think Fred as well, he's been brilliant. He got put into that lone DM position, which I've said time and time again he cannot do, and he proved it again and again on Sunday. Now, Fred has been magnificent in that box-to-box role, whether that is in a diamond or is as a 2. And he got completely changed out of that and put in a completely different role. And it doesn't suit him, and it didn't suit him, and he was exposed by Thomas Partey. And it proves how important it is to have a system that fits your players rather than a bunch of players that you just throw into a system. And I feel like that's the case. That was the case. I feel like Scott McTominay had no right to be playing that game, although he started. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't put his hands up and be like, yeah, I've made a mistake here. He continued to play Scott McTominay. He didn't bring him off at all against Arsenal. Why? Because he's got a good heart. Well, I mean, yeah, that's crucial to Manchester United player, yes. But it's only crucial when you've got the ability as well to back it up. And he doesn't have it, unfortunately. But I do think he'll start against Basakshir today. In attacking midfield, I have gone with Donny van de Beek. I think it's abundantly clear to me, and I think a lot of Manchester United fans, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has fallen victim to this media-driven agenda against Donny van de Beek, and how Donny van de Beek can only play as an attacking midfielder, which, if you know anything about Donny van de Beek and about the Ajax Academy and how Ajax have played over the last few years, you'll know that's just simply not the case. Donny van de Beek can play as a box-to-box, has played as a defensive midfielder, has played as a cam, obviously, and he can play a variety of different roles in that midfield and could theoretically play every single one of them positions if called upon. But like I say, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has fallen victim to the media-driven agenda that Donny van de Beek can only play this cam role, because that's only where we see him. And I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will rest Bruno and give Donny van de Beek a start today. And up top we have the two main men in Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford. I can't argue with this front line. I think this is our best front line, but especially best front two. I think Anthony Martial is so important and crucial to this Manchester United team, despite what a lot of fans think. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this team performs. I mean, my starting 11 isn't much different to that. I have brought in Axel Tuanzebe in for Victor Lindelof. However, Harry Maguire can drop out for Lindelof. I don't really mind. Midfield is largely the same, apart from I've got in Paul Pogba instead of Scott McTominay, who I think was awful, as I keep saying, against Arsenal, and I don't think he deserves to be playing. And I've got Bruno Fernandes in for Donny van de Beek, as I feel like we should just go for this game and go for the win And at home, in the home leg, maybe that's when you try playing Donny van der Beek. Maybe you play Scott McTominay. Maybe again you play Dean Henderson. Who knows? But we need to get this win in Turkey done and dusted and get all 3 points. And I feel like this team would give us the best opportunity to do that. I think trying out the partnership of Axel Tuanzebe and Harry Maguire would be very good. I'm not sure why we haven't done it yet. Axel Tuanzebe proved himself to be an exceptional centre-back against PSG. And since we haven't used him, we haven't seen him at all, which is really confusing to me. And it shows another example of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer having favourites and being too stubborn to change them. Lindelof and Maguire has shown themselves time and time again not to work, and he still picks them, despite Axel Tuanzebe proving that he is ready to be playing first team football here at the club after what was an amazing performance against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League first game. But I feel like I say, this is the best team we could field against Basakshir, and I feel like this team would get us all 3 points. Like I say, this is a must-win game, and like I do with all the games, there will be a watch-along for this. The link will be in the end card, and would have been at the start of the video, and will be in the link in the description. The live show does start at 5:30, and kickoff is at 5 to 6. So please do make sure you tune in and you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do hit that like button as well while you're down there, so you help the channel out, and it is greatly appreciated. Like I say, please do subscribe as well. Greatly appreciate it, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Anyway, it's been your boy. I'll see you next time. Peace.